Hey, you guys, in this episode, I am just going to do a couple little bow techniques, just teach you guys how to do a few different bow techniques that you might want to use. Um, you guys feel free to work on this, practice on it, just build on it. This is just a couple little things that I do, and it's just some different bow techniques without using a bow maker. Okay, so I'm taking a 2.5-inch ribbon and I am making one loop. Okay, now you can make a really large loop or you can make a smaller loop. I don't have my end cut. I will cut that in a minute. So when I'm making a loop bow, I'm going to make a loop bow to go onto this wreath. Now this loop bow could go at the top or it could go at the bottom of this wreath. So I'm going to make it and we're going to put it at the bottom. So what I do is I do a loop and I have a tail and I want to make another tail that's a little bit longer than this one right here. And I'm going to get my scissors here. And I am going to dovetail that, and I'm going to go ahead and dovetail this one. This is just a simple, and you can dovetail whenever you get finished. I've used over a yard of fabric or a yard of ribbon for this right here. It's just a little over a yard, right at a yard, just a little over a yard, okay? And so I've used this 1.5 inch. Now I'm going to go in with another 1.5 inch. No, sorry, 2.5 inch, and it's a lemon ribbon. And my lemons are running this way. This determines on how I'm going to do this. So I'm going to make a tail at the top, and I'm going to make a loop underneath so that you see my lemons and they're all running the right way. And then I'm going to make one more loop at the top here and then leave me a tail. And this loop is going to be the same as this one. And then I'm going to leave me a tail. And I'm going to leave the tail just about the same length as the other one or a little longer or a little shorter, okay? Now we're going to add in one more ribbon. We're going to add in a green 1.5 inch, and I'm going to leave a tail. This is a wired ribbon. I'm going to leave a tail, and I'm going to do a loop at the top just like I did on the back side. And then I'm going to cut a different length of tail here. So I've done a loop bow, okay? I have a tail here. I have several tails at the bottom. And this is just a loop bow. I'm going to take a zip tie. I'm going to zip tie around. I'm going to add a zip tie underneath. I'm going to cut all of my tails, make sure they're all cut. And then I'm just going to take that zip tie and I'm going to wrap it around my wreath here. This is just a boxwood wreath with some UV protection in it and just adding a bow to it. This is just a simple bow to do. You could do this as a waterfalling technique on your loops, as we showed in an earlier video, that you could use this same technique to waterfall down a swag or down a wreath as well. This is just a simple loop bow that we are doing, and you can add it to a boxwood, you can add it to a grapevine, you could actually add it to your swag, or you can add it to another type of wreath as well. But this is just a simple loop bow that you can add to any type of wreath. Loop, cut, tail, just making your loops and coming down. It's just a simple bow. Now I'm going to do a scrap bow, and I have some pieces of ribbon here. It's just like some scrap ribbon that I have, and you don't want to throw it away. A simple bow to do is a scrap ribbon bow, and I am going to cut these pieces of ribbon at 16 inches. Smaller scrap bow with those as well, but we're going to cut all of these at 16 inches, and I've cut 2 of each color. Let's add a yellow in with it as well. Let's do it at 16 inches. Okay, I'm going to dovetail each end. All you're going to do is layer and lay all of your ribbons at different ways. I'm going to start off with this solid color. Then I'm going to go in a little bit sideways here. Now let's go in with our lemon. Let's go this way. Let's do one this way. And with the green. Maybe a yellow. Let's finish with a green on top. And then we're going to take that in the middle and bunch that together. Going to pull it together, and you could take a zip tie and run it up underneath it, or you can take a chenille stem. Let's take a zip tie. So let's take a chenille stem. That'll make it look better. Take a chenille stem, run it around the top of it, turn it over, and twist that chenille stem really tight to hold your scrap bow. You could use wire as well. And then when you get your scrap bow made, all you're going to do is just make sure that everything's pulled out and straight. You could add in more colors. You could add in more ribbon of the same thing. But this is your typical scrap bow that you could add to any wreath or package. We're going to take 3 ribbons. We're going to keep it real simple. When you're a beginner, you want to start out just real simple when you're making a bow. Pick you out 2 2.5 inch and 1 1.5. Pick you out 1 2.5 and 2 1.5 inch ribbons. Pair your ribbon based on what you are comfortable with working with. The technique to make it a free-handed bow is a lot like when you're using a bow maker, okay? So you're using the same process and the same tip, same way that you would if you were using a bow maker. I'm going to leave a tail, okay? I'm going to bunch my ribbon up, and I'm going to make a loop, okay? And this is just a bow. It's not going to be a loop bow. This is a bow, okay? So now we have our tail, and we have a loop here. We're going to twist. We don't have to twist because our patterns, this is a pattern bow, okay? Patterned ribbon, okay? So we've got a loop and a loop, okay? We're going to twist in a minute when we have a double, where we don't need the back side to show, okay? So we have a tail. This is twisting right here. So we have a tail with our pattern, a loop, and a loop. Now, if you have a mat, you can measure your loops to make sure that they're all the same. These both are about a 8-inch loop on each side. If you have a mat, always measure it, okay? Or for the first time or two. Then you want to cut your ribbon. Now, your tails can be the same size, or they can be different sizes depending on where you're adding this bow to. Okay, we're going to take our second ribbon, which is a 1.5-inch ribbon, and we're going to make a tail. We're going to twist. We're going to make a loop. Our loop is going to be a little bit smaller than the first loop. We're going to twist and make a loop on the other side. A little bit shorter than the prior loop that you made. And then we're going to cut this off. Let's go in with one more ribbon. You have another 1.5-inch here. We're doing the same process. We're going to make a tail. We're going to bunch that up. We're going to twist a loop a little bit smaller than the loop before. We're going to twist a loop a little bit smaller than the loop that was on the base. And then we have a tail here. Then you can add your zip tie or a chenille stem, whichever one you prefer. I'm gonna add a chenille stem to the back of this, depending on when you do a bow, sometimes you want that chenille stem instead of a zip tie, because depending on where you're attaching it or how you're attaching it, you don't want your bow to turn, okay? So I have chenille stems. I wanna clean up my ends of my bow. Bow, simple bow. We just did a loop on each side of it. We want to hang this grapevine up and show you what it looks like on the grapevine wreath. You're going to take those chenille stems, run it right through that grapevine, pull it really, really tight, twist it around, and then you can fluff your bow. This is a simple bow that you can add to any wreath, and it's just doing a couple of loops on each side. So if you don't have a bow maker and you're not used to a bow maker, this is just your simple bow that you can add to any wreath, whether it's a grapevine, an evergreen, or a work wreath, or something that has a lot of mesh in it. This is a good bow to do. Thanks for joining me for these simple bow techniques. Make sure you subscribe and comment below any of the good bow techniques that you do so I can see your bows.